feels like a properly lifted, power-wise Tacoma. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings garage and this is a super last-minute improvised episode. So let's suppose you like the Tacoma, but you feel like it's not high enough or fast enough. What do? Well, you raise it and hold a second. I got the other part for you. You put a supercharger on it, obviously. Ever wonder how we work on these trucks? Doing plugs on this one today. Yep. And I'm 6 feet tall, so imagine that. Come on, Matt. People want to hear it. What? Was that necessary? I mean, let's get technical here. Didn't install this, but very obvious the bracket here. And you got some kind of spacer there. Very neat. Doing plugs on this was not horrible. And this corner here, I did have to remove that bracket. But other than that, it was actually fairly simple. This one, as you will see here, it is cooled by antifreeze coolant. I don't know what people call it nowadays. And if you follow those hoses alone, they come down over there. And this is the better shot that I got for you guys, is this guy. So that's, yep, it's like a, see the bracket there? So it's like a radiator, but for the supercharger. Very clean, I gotta say. What's going on, guys? So of course, as I'm editing this video, I noticed that there's a Oasis playing in the background, but anyways, so here's the suspension setup that he has on his truck. It looks really cool. I actually never heard of this brand, but it looks pretty neat. Does ride really nice, as you'll see in a second. I'm taking this for a drive. What do I think? It looks expensive for sure, but it did feel very solid. So properly done. Let me know what kind of suspension you're running. How about we just go for a drive and see how this puppy runs. Holy Moses, what's with all the noise? Tell you one thing you can definitely hear, the radar. You can hear that guy. So here we go, guys. First impressions driving a Magnuson supercharger on a Tacoma. Been with the car for about 3 hours. Should probably close the window. Wow. Oh, it does pull. It does pull. It's hard to gauge it, guys. I mean, yes, feels faster than a regular Tacoma, meaning one without a supercharger. Is it faster? Actually, I don't know. Mainly the reason why I say that is because of the additional stress that's being placed in the drivetrain and suspension. I mean, as I'm sure you guys saw, this thing has some massive wheels and tires on it. So I want to say yes, it's an improvement, because what he basically did is he canceled out the stress that he created on the suspension and drivetrain by adding power. So it feels like a properly lifted, power-wise Tacoma, if that makes any sense. I'm just gonna give you guys just a quick walk around so you can see the stance on this setup. They are beautiful wheels, I gotta say. I definitely would get the same kind of tires, although I gotta say these things look super expensive. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Do you like this setup? Do you have a different setup? Have you supercharged your car? And if so, how much power is your car actually making? Because I'm actually curious. as I do not know what the horsepower is on this particular setup, or supercharger setup, I should say. And in case somebody is wondering, it is manual. Now, another point I want to make, guys, probably super duper irrelevant for most of us, but I have to say I'm always curious on this. Yep, I don't know how accurate that number is, but opinions apparently are of contrary, because I've heard that supercharged cars, especially on the highway, are actually better on gas. What are your thoughts on this one? So what are we doing here?
I'm selling you my old 1997 A6 Avant. And it's
whoa, wait a minute. You said Avant?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You guys heard that right.